All right, Toby, I better see you nosedive into that bear.
Hello and welcome everyone back to another episode of SASEtalk Special Edition Plushy Talk. We have new guests. Alongside of our normal guests, we have a bunch of plushies. You know, we're feeling cute. But I'm your host Wesley, and today we have three wonderful little kids out here. All three of them are new freshmen that I've met throughout this year, and they're absolutely wonderful. I'd like to introduce to you Toby, Tim, and Emily. Please say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Right. And today our topic of the podcast is going to be about goal setting. Wow, that's a big the big thing you hear every single year around this time, what's your New Year's goal? What are you gonna do in this year, right? There's a lot of expectation to set goals, and I wanted to talk to you guys and talk and figure out, what do these goals mean to you? What's up all about this, right? And I specifically chose a lot of you because in the past few podcasts we've had a lot of old people. Just talking about old people stuff. Sugar hurts my joints. Salt, hurts my stomach. Like that kind of stuff. So we decided to swap it up. We got a bunch of young people now, and all these youngins are gonna talk to us about what goals they have. And let's see. All right. So how are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about the new year?
I have like a couple of things planned that I wanted to get done between now and next semester, and I'm like halfway working through all of it. That's about it, I'd say.
I'm honestly really excited for the new year because it also means that I'm heading off to college. For the first time, that means that I'm taking a break from the family. Just gonna be very different, thrown into a different environment, meeting new people. That's always a plus.
That is true. That is true. I mean, technically, you snuck your way up here in October.
You don't talk
No,
about that
That's
one.
classic
never.
I didn't say
info.
that. It's gonna be awesome. I think Tim and Toby already had enough of being on campus. And after one semester, they're trying to get out. But you're very excited to go up, and that's gonna be awesome. We own room on campus. Quad, right? You're gonna be in quad.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in quad.
That's crazy.
I've actually never. I looked at some pictures, but there weren't many pictures of like a single dorm, so I don't really know how my room is going to look like. But it should be nice.
Hopefully, yeah. All right, Toby, how you feeling?
Well, with going back to campus, I'm a little happy and a little sad because the Pikachu holding man over there isn't my roommate. Got kind of finessed.
We did. We got screwed by RPI a little.
We got screwed by the two.
Where the both of you gonna be staying?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like.
He's not gonna be on campus. Yeah, he's not gonna be on campus. It's fine. You're safe, Toby.
Yeah, we're gonna be on Nugent. We're gonna be in Nugent.
Nugent, can I get the floor and the room number, please?
We're not on the same floor.
We're not on the same floor. No.
We're not on the same floor, but we're in the same building at least, so we'll take it.
There's only so many doors in Nugent, that you can hide in. Eventually.
The first two letters of Toby's name.
Wait, what? Oh.
That's his floor number.
You don't kind of expose me like that.
All right, but no. I mean, the new year, we're what, 10 days, a little bit over a week in. And, a lot of things have happened in 2020, and a lot of people have been very hopeful for 2021 to make a lot of changes in their lifestyle, in their education, in, personal goals, just a lot of things. And especially for you guys who are, freshmen wrapping up their first semester, how have your goals, changed from, say, before you got into RPI, before the semester started, or even before this whole year? How would you say your goals have changed since then? And why?
So initially, I would say that my goal was to get on the dean's list for the semester. So coming in, I've always wanted to be on the dean's list. I was just like, wow, like those people must be doing really well academically, hopefully socially, as well as physically. So like those were like I wanted to be on par with those people as well. But afterwards, I kind of realized that being at home, it's really hard to stay productive. So my goal for next semester is just to be more productive overall. Like make sure I'm doing my work on time, set small goals for myself, and hopefully achieve those as I go on. I guess that's how mine has changed so far.
Okay.
Mine has kind of changed. I swapped to the pre-med path after some like thinking about it and talking over it with my cousin, who was also in the pre-med path. He's just a few years ahead of me. Originally, I had planned to just graduate with a bachelor's in biomedical engineering, but then like decided that I would dedicate my life to trying to become a doctor of some sort, infectious diseases or some other sort. It's not that much of a difference, but I guess it's just harder now. So instead of the easy path, I'm choosing the harder one because I thought it'd be fun.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think one
No.
of my main goals now that I realized after my first semester on campus is to like really fix sleeping. It really was my oh my god, like never have I ever like slept so late ever like till now. But not once I got to campus, dude, the latest I've slept was 6:30 a.m. I've never done that my whole life. Like that late. I saw the sky turn blue when I went to bed. It's like, okay, this is not gonna happen again.
Man.
I've been working on this for a while. Yeah. Well, it's kind of Emily's fault and Leon's fault. But
You can hear the birds chirping.
I'm gonna have 8 a.m. So I'm gonna have to force myself to sleep
Not,
earlier.
not even that, Toby. But aren't you taking a DS next semester as
You don't
well?
you don't have to remind me, but yeah,
Yeah. No.
it's gonna
A
be
lot of those 6:30 a.m. nights are gonna turn into all-nighters. You're not even going to sleep
no
at
no no no
6.
no. Okay, actually, I do have like one like everlasting goal is to never pull out an all nighter. Like never stay up for 24 hours. I'm never doing that. Never gonna do that. It's never gonna
Uh,
happen to me.
You're really
I'll make sure
hopeful,
of it.
Toby. You're really
No,
hopeful.
I'll make sure of it less. I'll make sure of it.
I sit here, and I pray for your better health and hope in success and never having to pull an all nighter. Those are painful. Um, yeah, no, I think so. I think a lot of us can agree in the all nighters are not fun, but they happen. So I don't know. I hope you'll be ready for it, Doughboy. Um,
I'll do
yeah,
my best.
but
My
no.
roommate's also gonna be taking data structures, so we'll be suffering
Oh,
together.
even worse, even worse. I like it. I like it like that. Um, but no, Tim, I gotta ask, why would you do the harder option, right? Like, I understand, like academically challenging, it's fun, learning shit is fun, but you know, what do you have any, second thoughts or any like cold feet on making this change into the harder track than the easier one?
so the reason I wanted to swap, and despite it being more difficult, is because I find the human body in general very interesting, and I thought it'd be worth investing in. I just like learning in general, and so I'm taking a lot of classes relating to biology and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, Originally I didn't start out on this path because at the start of the year, or at least like end of my senior year of high school, I felt kind of bad about everything because like I didn't perform as well as I wanted to on a lot of standardized tests. So I thought I wouldn't be able to become a doctor or like succeed in the pre-med path. But over time, my view on how to get there changed. It wasn't about natural capabilities, it was more about grit and like having the capacity to keep trying no matter what. So I decided I'd give it a go regardless of what has happened or what will happen.
Okay, yeah, no, no, no. I think a lot of people make a lot of big decisions, around this time, around this age, and it's definitely very monumental in some cases. The decisions you make, you know, uh, the decisions you make, at this age, tend to shape a lot of our future in the future. But no, no, I like it, Timmy boy. I like it a lot. Um, but Emily, no,
Just
for you now, right? Do do you think, um, crap, what was I? What's the word? Huh. Do you think that things would be easier or more difficult once you do go on to campus, especially with a lot of the COVID-19 still going to be prevalent. A lot of facilities still going to be shut down. Um, are you still looking forward to being on there as much as before COVID would happen?
Yeah,
Before it existed?
if I'm being honest, I think that I'm going to be excited no matter what because I'll be around people who are studying things similar to what I'm doing. Because at home, I just feel like it's harder to reach out and actually talk to other students. So I realized maybe halfway through the semester that I wasn't doing as well as I'd hoped in the classes that I didn't have any friends in. And that was something that's something that has actually been proven by studies, I think. That they showed how like if students communicated more with other students in their same class, they actually performed better in those classes. And I actually experienced that this semester. I managed to pull up my grades the second half of the semester, so that's a good thing.
Oh, word?
But
Okay.
yeah, I feel like I was a bit off to a rocky start for two of my classes though.
I mean, it happens to the best of us, and it's fine, have a rocky start. A lot of people pull up, in the second half, but no, that's good. That's great to hear. But yeah, no, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
For no, not for all three of you, a lot of you. Do you have any, cold feet on, or any remorse for having the goals that you do now, right? Do you think like, man, if certain things were different, I'm not going to say what exactly. Could be COVID, could be the whole situation. Do you have any remorse for having the goals that you do now? Like, man, I don't want to have these goals, but they are what they are now, right? Do you have any feelings like that? Thinking, I could have had better goals. I could have had different ones, if situations were different.
I actually feel better about doing this because I actually felt kind of bad about not even trying to begin with the start of my fall semester.
Hmm.
So swapping has actually been better for me because I'd rather have tried and hopefully I won't fail, but even if I do, I'd rather have had tried than not at all.
I feel like change. Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, no, I'm done.
I feel like changing your goals just means that you're reevaluating the situation and trying to understand yourself better as a person. So maybe if you didn't do this right the first time, you can just try a different method of achieving that, um, or just completely change your goal and change your viewpoint on the situation. So um, I guess that's kind of how I see it. I don't have any remorse regarding that.
No, because now I felt a lot of remorse this morning. I had an option. I had to either choose, Cocoa Puffs for breakfast or Cheerios, and I'm like, man, do I really want cereal again? And I chose not to have cereal. But I'm thinking, later on in the day, about an hour ago, I'm like, man, what if I actually had that cereal? And I had cereal, I could have had, some orange juice with it and some OJ. And no, I don't know. And it got me to thinking that sometimes, we set goals and we start pursuing that path. I end up regretting, or at least feeling a little bit bad. Like, I wanted to, I don't know if these are the goals that if I was in my best situation, I would be having these. Like I felt, I could feel like I could be doing a lot more. That's how I feel about it. But it's really interesting, Toby. Not Toby. Sorry, Tim. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry, Timmy boy.
Yes.
I hate all of you. But
Love you too, Wesley. Love you too.
He
not
calls
so
one of
much
them
of
Tim Boy and the other Toe Boy.
it happens. Okay, Ling Ling, you do it too. Don't make fun of me. Right. Wow. God, that lost my train of thought. But Timmy, Timmy
Yes.
boy, what you said earlier, I just want to go back to it because I thought on that for a second. But um, no, I'm really proud that you feel like you made the better choice and you're sticking with it and you're happy with it. I'm very proud of you for that. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh damn, I never thought about it that way. So I love you. I love you, Timmy boy.
It'd be nice if you could call me by my correct name. It'd feel better. But no, thank you, thank you.
All right. All right,
Yeah, I
Toby.
think there's like one one thing I have like in the back of my mind is like the what if is like I played soccer since maybe like 5 or 6, and like of course that's like a big time commitment to like my life. So I'm like kind of like thinking like, what if I actually try to pursue like the athletic path or like soccer more rather than my studies? Of course, it's like a what if type of thing. I can't really go back and say, you know what, this might have been better, but like obviously where I am now, I'm fine with where I am currently, and like I just want to keep things consistently trying to like better myself. But I do think like, I did spend playing soccer like week in week out so much, and like, what if I did try to focus on that and like maybe become like a better player, and have like a career there. And that's just on my mind a little bit.
I mean, do you still play?
Yeah, I still
Uh,
play.
really, really. Bob, just no. Do you have a few friends that you play with, or you just kick around the goalpost?
Actually, yesterday I played with my dad and a bunch of other.
That's wholesome. That's wholesome.
I played with my dad and a bunch of other his friends. They're like all like the youngest are like they're 30, like 30, some even up to maybe like 50s, 60s, maybe I don't know. I don't know about 60s, but
Do you kick their
yeah,
ass though? That's the main question.
maybe. Let's just say
Oh, okay.
let's just say I'm like the best player there. But yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay, Messi, calm down. Okay, damn.
I mean they are a
Okay,
little bit older than me, a lot older than me.
okay. Toby, you don't gotta flex that hard. Okay, we get it. We get it.
I
But
don't
no.
know. Yeah. Yeah, I was considering West, like, I don't know, maybe not this semester, well, obviously with like pandemic, but like maybe in next year or the coming years, I could play club, like locally
Do we
here.
ha do we have club soccer
Yeah,
on campus? Really? Wow, I didn't even know that. Oh,
yeah,
that's
I'm thinking
interesting.
about it.
Okay. I mean, no, I definitely, knock on wood, but um, next year when you guys become sophomores, let's hopefully everything goes back to roughly normal with all the vaccines and whatnot. But and finally you'll be able to play soccer in person, and that'd be wonderful. Wouldn't that be nice? Getting to watch Toby play soccer out in the field, kick a little ball here and there. Damn. Okay. Let's hop on. But no, good on you, Toby, for still staying fit, despite everything. No, I couldn't go outside for a long time because I was stuck inside. But man, you play outside, right? Not like in an indoor
Yeah,
gym. Oh,
yeah,
lucky.
I do play outside.
Isn't it cold though? Wouldn't it
Yeah,
be too
it's
cold?
cold. It's cold. You gotta dress up you gotta dress up for the weather, But like, still works.
Okay.
If there's no wind, it's not that bad. But like, if there is wind, you're in for a rough one.
Yeah, whiplash hurts. I ain't trying to mess with that. All right. Uh, so what does succeeding in whatever goals you have, whether they be academic, personal, or whatever, what does succeeding, in your goals, all of them, everything you wanted to do, everything that you have in mind right now, what does that look like for you, right? If it's getting good grades, if it's getting to know more people, what does it look like for you?
Are you asking how we define our goals or
No, dude, I'm just like no visually. No, like what does this setting, what does the scenario look like? You got everything, you got what you want, you got that A in the exam, you got that new car. I know Toby's thinking about buying a car. He looks like a car guy, but what does success look like to you? What does it visually look like? What environment does it look like for you?
so I think personally what success means to me, or not necessarily what it means to me, but what it looks like is that I'm just sleeping well because I know that when I don't achieve my goals, I kind of just stay up at night and I realize like, oh, I have to do that. Oh, I have to do that. And oh, I'm behind a little bit on this. And that kind of just bothers me when I'm sleeping. So I realize that when I succeed in my goals, that I am at peace finally. I guess that's kind of how I define success.
Toby, you want to go or shall I?
I could go. For me, it's almost always about consistency. Because for me, if I have like a consistent daily routine, everything just flows easier. And like you have like you keep a mental track of like what you're gonna do during the day. That allows me to like to keep everything in order and also like just accomplish what I want to do for the day. Because most of my I say like goals would be short term. It's like get this done, etc. 1, 2, 3 done. Homeostasis, yes.
Yeah.
I keep myself in order with like a splash of like events that I are socializing here and there. But like most of the time is like I keep myself in order, keep myself in shape, like and also like what Emily said, like getting that sleep is really important.
Yeah, I think that what we all crave at the end of the day is just something stable and consistent, like what you said.
Yeah, I agree with Toby and Emily. I think that like having consistent schedule is really important. If I like if and like for me, I like being busy, having something to do. So I guess goal for me is just like always not really having enough downtime to not be overworked, but also not just sitting around all day with nothing much to do. So I'd really like to start working in a lab or something, studying, doing research and stuff like that. At least that's like the short term, kind of long term, but not like the longest term sort of deal for me.
Damn. Did you say you wanted to work in a lab? Like lab coat, nuclear waste, goggles, gloves, and all
Probably
that.
Probably not the nuclear waste, but I should be following safety protocols if I want to keep working in a lab, if I can
Oh,
work in a lab.
oh, okay. Damn, very, very interesting. No. Now, but now I wanna get your actual opinion on this, Emily and Toby, since both of you brought it up. But getting enough sleep, no, no, that's a big question in a lot of people's minds. And personally, I've tried a lot of different things. Diffusers, scented oils, weighted blankets. You know,
Melatonin?
yeah, I tried a lot of stuff. Melatonin, yeah, I've tried melatonin. But what do you guys do to to get the best sleep? Because I'm very interested in what you guys think, because I have some difficulty sleeping as well sometimes. So tell me, what do you think is the secret?
So my secret is not very secret because I talk about it a lot, but I like to watch ASMR. And some people are kind of like averse to watching it because they think it's kind of weird. But I really like watching videos. I think it's pretty calming.
What kind of ASMR though?
Uh,
Like we talking about turtles eating strawberries, cutting paper, scissors, lip
Cake.
smacking. That's a weird one. I don't know how to feel about that.
I
Lip
like watching
smacking.
people make cakes. That one's nice for me.
Oh,
okay, so I listen to the whole assortment. I like tapping, scratching, glass tapping, a lot of random things, but I kind of stay away from eating. I don't know why.
so you just like to listen to basically what cats walk around your shelves.
Yeah,
Noise of that.
sure.
Okay. Oh, that's a very odd one. No, but I think I can agree a little bit. I started listening to this sleep podcast, when I go to bed, and this person has the deepest voice I've ever met, and it's absolutely wonderful to fall asleep. So I don't. Does that count as ASMR? Like he sounds like he has a pretty nice mic, unlike mine, and he's speaking and telling a story very nice into the mic. Does that count as ASMR? I feel like it does.
I think it kind of does. It really depends on what context it's in, and it is meant to put you to sleep, right? So
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, but it's I haven't told anyone I started doing. Actually, no, I've told a lot some people, and I got them hooked onto it. But I don't know. I've been trying a lot of different things to try to sleep. Tell me, what do you do? What's your secret?
Well, the secret is it's there's not really a secret because there's no real method for me. But there's the environment I'm like immediately in is what's most important. But for me though, it does take a while for me to actually like knock out and then fall asleep. That's kind of like how I am. I'm not like a person who can just close their eyes and then like 2 minutes later they're just knocked out and they're snoring. I'm not like that, but for me, it needs to be like in a really dark. It needs to be dark. Like I'm really like actually sensitive to light because whether it be summer, I can wake up really early because of the sun, or like even if it's like in the winter, like now, I could sleep in pretty long. So like light and like noise especially. I think I'm pretty like I'm a light sleeper. I'm pretty sure. So like if someone walks into my room and then like they say something to me, I'll probably wake up by them unless they're like really quiet or I'm really tired. So it's like I guess nuances there. But there is like one like I don't know why, but this couch right here, where my teddy bear is, super comfy. It's a super comfy place. I don't normally sleep there, but I don't know. It's older than me, but it's just really comfy. And also car rides. I don't know why. I can sleep in the car. It doesn't matter like what time. I can just sleep in the car. It's just very comfy. But
No, I definitely agree with about every single thing you just said there. Especially with the car rides. I fall asleep in the car and I magically wake up, in my room or in my bed.
Fast
Not
traveling.
now, not now anymore, but um, no, those were the best naps. Being able to instinctively know when you would arrive at your home, wake up from a nap yourself, and oh man, those were the best car rides. But no, I definitely feel that. Oh, unfortunately now, no, I don't really get much opportunities to get car rides anymore. But no, one can rest and miss about old times. But no, that's great. I mean, sleep, no, it's definitely a problem. A lot of people have, you either stay up, a lot of people stay up all night gaming. A lot of people stay up all night doing work, binge watching Netflix. I'm guilty of that. I'm sorry. I've been binge watching a lot of shows. I'm sorry, but it happens to a lot of us. And um, melatonin. I've tried, and I'm on it right now. I go to at night, pop like a melatonin pill, and I knock out. But I don't recommend this for everyone. I feel like it's a little bit dangerous to keep using the drugs like that. So I'm trying to not use it as much. Weighted blankets are a new thing I've been trying, and those are very fun. What do you think of weighted blankets, Timmy?
Uh,
Timothy? What
I
do you think?
personally don't have one. I know someone who had them, and whenever I was like at their place, it was really comfortable.
Hmm.
And like it's just nice to have something kind of heavy pressing against you. I don't know why, but it's just nice. I just kind of like lay there for like 30 minutes. Eventually, I'll fall asleep. It varies time to time. I don't know. I just sit there.
30 minutes. That's very quick for my standards.
Really?
Wow.
30
Yeah,
minutes, damn.
I sit there and like just
Yeah.
have my eyes closed for a while, but not actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
And
never used a weighted blanket before, but one of my friends, she likes to use a gravity blanket, and I guess it's pretty comforting.
Gravity blanket, what's that?
Oh, I think it's a brand of
Oh,
weighted
okay.
blankets.
so
Oh,
same deal, just different name.
Mhm.
oh, I mean,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't
I,
use weighted blankets either, but
but how
if it's
about
a
how about
heavy,
giant
like,
pillows, like huggable pillows? Like what Tim's doing right now. Plushies. Yeah, plushies fall in that
Yes,
category. Tim, that plushie's massive,
I have
right?
a
Like this,
lot. I have a
hold that
lot.
up to your head. That's like what, covering your whole body almost, right?
Yeah, it's very big. I don't have the exact. Wait, I have a ruler somewhere. I don't know where the ruler is. Anyways, it's very big. I have like a snow leopard, a penguin, and a bunch of other animals. It's great. I hug them when I
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. And Toby, you got the Costco Mr. Teddy Bear over there, and that boy is massive. I got one behind me too, and he is massive, right? Um,
this one's 4 feet.
I don't know how tall this guy is. I don't know how tall he is. I'm taller than him though, but I don't know how tall he is. Definitely not 6 foot, but um, Emily, do you have like anything like that, like a giant pillow, a giant plushie that you use?
I
I mean,
to sleep with at night or
well,
okay.
yeah. I mean, do you have one? Do you have
I
anything of
occasionally
the sort? Does it
I
help you
occasionally
sleep
cuddle with
or?
my pillow, but I
Oh,
think I might have mentioned this before, but I'm kind of like deathly scared of stuffed animals. I know I'm holding one right now. This has been my stuffed animal since I was 8 years old, and he's been in the bonus room for a bit. I had to go grab it. But yeah, so I don't really sleep with stuffed animals here. I do have pillows and I hug them occasionally, but nothing too much like that.
Okay, yeah, this 4 foot Costco bear is not on the bed with me. I just have to clarify that. It's not on the bed with me.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not Jay from Big Mouth, you're probably fine.
oh.
Hmm.
I mean, would you even have room for that, Toby, to put that bear on your bed?
Like
There is
what?
room, but the bear might get knocked off.
Ah, I see. Okay. Damn. Damn.
My bed is lodged in a corner, so this thing can't fall off. All of my stuffed animals belong in the bed. And usually they don't
You
fall off.
display them. do you display them? Like, put
They're
them out
arranged
for
so that
everybody.
none of them are like suffocating under another one, so like you can always see all of their faces. I don't know
That's
why.
No,
that's
I can't relate.
no, that's important. Do you name your plushies? This is a very. Now, I'm getting a little heated now. Right? I had a very heated discussion with my friends or another group of friends on naming plushies. Right? What are I want to hear your thoughts on naming plushies. Do you name your plushies?
I had names for the more important ones that I liked more, but I've forgotten most of them as time goes on. They're all
Damn.
usually named after like the location they came from, like the weather there. It's like snowflake and other ice and stuff. It was very childish. I was very small.
It's okay.
So just Pikachu.
I think that your names are more creative than mine because when I was 8 year old, I just saw this and I was like, it's a B, so I'm gonna call it BB. So, so yeah, that's kind of what I called it. And his name is BB. Yeah, he's my child.
I've only ever named one stuffed animal. It was a dog, like a little puppy. I named it Ace. But besides that, I have not named like any stuffed animals. I don't really
Well,
know.
that's unfortunate. That's fortunate that you guys never had
What
someone
about
someone make fun of what you called your plushie. So I was a weird kid, and I had a very weird taste in names. Right? I didn't call like a dog like snowflake or like no or anything cute. I would give them really old like white British guy names. Like I had a normal ass teddy bear. Normal ass teddy bear. I called him Eugene. Like, what kind of name is Eugene?
Yes.
Why would you
Yeah.
name him Eugene? Right? Um, the next plushie I got, it was a little stingray. I called him Theodore. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And the worst part is on the little tags, I wrote their names on it in like really tiny letters. And my mom was now helping me clean out some old bins I had, and inside of it were just these plushies. And I came home, and I'll tell you this: I have a very hard time cleaning up my old stuff, just because the moment I open something up, it's like these old toys from when I was like 5. I just start playing with them. So like I'm sorry. Okay, it's my fault for being no a kid, but my mom pulled out these plushies, and I found them. It says Eugene, Theodore, was something. I forgot what it was. William was one of them. Um, and it was just these old British guy names, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? What did I really name you guys that? And no, and my friend got really mad at me a while ago. It's like, why would you name your plushies the dumbest shit ever? And I've kept on the tradition of naming all my plushies really old British names, like old people names. And if you look on my plushies, they all got tags and all written on it. But um, yeah, I've been made fun of many times for that, and I don't expect it to stop.
That's actually pretty funny because my friends back in middle school, we gave each other like really old people names. So like we had like pseudonyms for each other, or I guess like nicknames in this case. So I was Gertrude, my friend was Barbara, and the other person was like, oh, I forgot what it was exactly, but we all gave each other like really old like boomer names. And I don't know why, we just like played along with it every time we went out in public. So yes.
And yeah, I can't imagine anyone naming their kid, Margaret
Gertrude.
now. Like imagine me named Margaret and you're like in the 5th grade. Like, damn. I'm sorry. Damn. Okay. All right. No, I mean, good to know. Good to know where y'all stand with naming plushies. No, that's very important. I think it's very important. You know, arranging them so they don't suffocate into each other's their bellies. Everyone's sitting up straight. No one's got bad posture. Bad posture. No, that's terrible in plushies. Um, but do you clean your plushies? That's the question.
I have a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
Oh
I have a
Oh
no.
confession to
no. Oh
make.
I'm
no.
scared, Toby. I'm scared.
So like in my bedroom there's a rocking chair, right? I keep all my medium size, small size stuffed animals there, and I kind of keep them in a pile. And then on top of it, I leave a pillow on top of it so that they don't get dirty. But that's like essentially suffocating them.
God damn it, Toby. Oh my God.
Horrible. I don't I don't usually wash my plushies unless they're actually dirty, because like I only get it like they're all on my bed, and I only ever go into my room if it's clean. So my room is always very clean, so I don't like see them as being dirty at all. So I don't know.
Tim, you want to clean my room?
I will clean your room if you let me in. I've
On
cleaned other people's
campus.
rooms on campus. If I'm
Yeah.
allowed in, I'll do it. Don't
Okay,
doubt me.
can
I'll do it.
confirm.
Wow.
I
I
cleaned the
usually,
Say's house. I'll do it again.
yeah, I usually vacuum my stuffed animals every now and then, but that's only if they got like kind of dusty. But for the most part, I feel like they've been pretty well maintained. Like I don't bring it outside. I don't drop it in mud, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that I remember that one scene from like what was it like Toy Story? The girl drops the plushie in mud, and I felt so bad. I was like, why would you do that? And I
Yeah,
got sad.
it's like as taboo as wearing your shoes in the house, honestly.
Word, word. Cannot agree enough. Um, I don't think there's anyone here that will wear shoes inside the house.
I hope not.
Yeah, Say's house is an exception. Say's house is nasty. We don't talk about that. But no, okay. Wow, we got kind of sidetracked, but let's have this little segue. Do you think your plushies believe in you in succeeding in your goals? Do you believe your plushies have the best in their hearts to support you in all your dreams and aspirations?
Uh, this one just chews my wires constantly. He just tries to eat all my electricity. It's very upsetting.
That's
Come on,
unfortunate.
man.
That's unfortunate.
I,
Expensive too.
it is very expensive. It's horrible. I have to keep him locked away. Well, not locked away, just away from electronics.
Damn.
I'd like to
Okay.
think they believe in me, but who knows?
Toby, do you think your plushies believe in you? Do you think the giant bear behind you believes in you?
Um. Yeah. He believes in me.
He
I saw
nodded.
the
He
nod.
nodded.
I
I
saw
saw
the
the
nod.
nod.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I
Yeah.
saw
Saw
it.
it too.
Emily,
Do you believe in me? Okay. I
that
guess.
was very convincing. Very
Pretty
convincing.
concrete. That's pretty
Yeah,
concrete.
let's do
Undeniable
that.
evidence.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's true.
All right. Okay, so that leads up, with the backing of the plushies. Your plushies believe in you. You're amped up. Um, let's talk about big goals. Big goals. Big goals are coming up in the future, or coming up soon, right? It doesn't have to be immediate, but what kind of goals, kind of scare you a little bit? Are there any goals out there that make you very nervous, uneasy, a little nervous to even think about confronting them, but you will. You know it's gonna happen. Say no, I don't really know, right? What kind of goals would scare you that
Okay, one second.
are going to be coming up?
It's okay. Say the scariest goal for me is just like med school applications, because the tests leading up to it, it's all just studying, which I can do. Like I believe I can get a good score on that, but like the interview itself and application seems really scary because I don't quite know what that's going to be like at all. Because I don't know. The interview itself, a lot of things can happen. It's not as straightforward as, like what does this chemical and this chemical do, if that, like organic chemistry, like there's all rules there, but for interviews, like the rules are a lot looser, so I don't know what to expect. It's all harder to prepare for in my mind. That's all.
Toby?
Yeah, I guess like just like my career goal in general, because like I'm still at this point where I'm not really sure what I want to do. So like just thinking about it is a little like worrisome and scary. It's like right now I'm kind of letting like time go on to see what I want to do, because like and Wes, been here for IT for a while now. It's like there's a whole tons
Unfortunately.
of concentrations. It's like the long list of concentrations. It's like I'm not really sure what am I gonna do here. I just
Wait,
kind
how
of
many concentrations are there? Sorry. Because
Um,
Biomed has like five, I think. I don't quite
so,
remember.
uh, so normally what would happen when, if things were back to normal, and what would happen is that all the IT kids would be brought into the auditorium, and they'd be handed a packet about this thick, with all the concentrations, just listed all out inside. I think base concentrations is about 25,
Oh,
25 to like 19 around there, but you can create your own concentration if you want. I think that's how IT works. You can create a whole curriculum if you sit down with the director and they'll work it out. So there's a lot. It's a lot of options. Um, but luckily, Toby, I think you have until what, the end of your sophomore year to actually confirm a concentration. So yeah, I think you have time. But no, definitely. I remember that. The conversation I had with Linda, trying to figure out what's the best one, what's the easiest one, what's the hardest one I can do, and yeah, that was definitely one of the big thoughts I had. Emily, everything okay?
Sorry,
I
one
think yeah,
second.
we
Just
hear
want to make
you.
sure that. Okay, cool. So I guess that there are some things you have to look out for when you first set a goal. So, like, one, timeline, two, the resources that you have, and three, like, feasibility. But I think another thing that we don't really consider is luck. So, even if you do have all the resources and the time, etc., like, you never know when coronavirus is going to happen or something like that. Like, this whole pandemic that just hit us like a train wreck, took away people's internships. And so, I'm kind of scared about getting a job because, regardless of what happens, there's still a chance that I might not get one. So, I mean, assuming that I have the grades and everything and I have the skills, then I should be all right. But we'll see what happens. I guess that's kind of what's scariest for me. I just want to get out there and go do some work.
Yeah, no, I think uh, that's definitely a huge thing a lot of people are thinking about right now. Is finding work, especially inside, still inside a pandemic. Numbers are still soaring. Unfortunately, right? And a lot of places, just don't have the funds to hire new people. I know a lot of people in my cohort who are struggling to find full-time opportunities just because no company really has the money for it. So it definitely is, a very scary thing, but given time, given effort, given persistence, I think anyone can do anything they set their mind to. So no, I have faith in you guys. Your plushies have faith in you. I think everything's gonna work out nicely. All right. Oh, and that appears that is it. Thank you, Emily, Toby, and Tim for a wonderful session today. Thank you for inviting your plushies. Thank you for me, giving a little hug, a little squeeze here and there. Um, and thank you for the wonderful podcast. Thank you to our audience for listening in, and thank you to Kadar. Right. A special thank you to all of our sponsors and supporters, Boeing Insignia, for making this podcast happen. And thank you to all of our YouTube and Spotify viewers, if that is up by now. Now, if you like this podcast and you too have any certain ways or rituals you have for your plushies, any way you sleep, anything interesting about what kind of cute things you keep on your bed, let us know down on the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And thank you all. Yeah, and we'll see you again in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.